Welcome to the Zoomer versus Boomer podcast.
2 generations, 1 conversation.
An unhinged, unfiltered, and unexpected take on ordinary life, told in an extraordinary way. I'm Presley Gregory.
And I am Bill Wong. It has been a while.
Okay, can we talk about the last time we saw each other?
I wanted to talk about this.
Because
this has been festering, almost like a pimple.
This sucks. Like this,
It's
I
like
literally
a pimple,
knew this would come
right?
up.
Go.
We saw each other at our joint birthday party.
Yes, we did.
Which the sentence alone is so funny. So our birthdays are one day apart from each other. You're the 25th, right? I'm the 26th. Anyways, so we had a joint birthday party this year.
Why is that so funny?
Because you're so old.
What is the revelation in that? Where is the revelation?
We just had a joint birthday party. A grown old man, gross old man, and a young, vibrant, lively, beautiful, attractive, funny, hilarious, young lady.
Voice.
Great singing voice,
Yes,
great speaking voice, young lady. And so we had this combo birthday party. And what happened? What was the highlight of the night?
I don't remember.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, someone fell. Someone broke a chair.
Someone broke a chair, and it was one of us. It was one of us out of the two of us. And it was me also. I sat down in a chair and it shattered beneath me. Everybody else checked on me. Bill started taking photos.
No, I checked on you.
No, 100% you did not.
I did.
He literally stood up and started taking photos of me on the ground with the shattered pieces beneath me.
But I needed to show people at work.
And then, did you actually show people?
Of course I did. What are you kidding? I made a notation in my to-do list next day when I'm at work to show many
everybody
people,
this picture.
And as many people, and I
posted. It is the ultimate fat joke, of course, to sit in a chair and shatter it. So that's why I was like, happy birthday, Presley. Too bad you're too fat to sit in a chair. Anyways, I sat in the chair, completely shattered under me. And Bill took pictures of me on the ground. And then he proceeded to take pictures of the chair after we gathered all the pieces together.
There were a lot of pieces.
There wasn't
the poor chair.
The text between us the next day wasn't like, thanks so much for having this joint party with me. Like, awesome. It wasn't that. It was just pictures of the shattered chair and me on the ground. So I think that perfectly captures.
You've been holding that in because it's been a month. You've been holding that in. No, was that painful?
I think it's hilarious. I literally think it's so funny. But then we went on a no contact rule. I said, don't contact me.
I did it. I was excellent.
Wait, but let's talk about why it was no contact. It wasn't because you took the pictures. It was because I was going into finals, and I literally was like, Bill, don't message me. Like, I don't want to hear from you. Which is so funny. But his text messages just stress me. Because one, there's so many of them. Two, I have to decipher what each of them says.
It's a classic cryptology.
Cryptology. Because it's broken English, even though English is, I think your first and only language. Anyway, so I always have to decipher them. They stress me out. So we went on no contact. I was like, don't message me. Don't talk to me.
And I was good.
You did a phenomenal job. Even you did such a good job that I texted him and I was like, are you okay? Like, I'm scared for you. No, hold on. Let's see. Let me scroll all the way back. I think the first contact that we had.
This is festering for a month.
No.
Because we've been had zero contact for a month.
Okay, so he texted me May 1st, which was the beginning of the end. And he said, often in life we live, rejoin, suffer, and die in prisons of our own creation. And then he said...
That's beautiful.
No, it is. And because he's talking about this project that he's been working on. And then he said, every one of my prayers is another brick in yours. That was that same day later. That same day. I didn't respond to either of those. Then he texted me 4 days later. This is him on no contact, mind you.
But how many days was that?
It's way better than what it normally is.
Exactly.
Then he texted me 4 days later a screenshot of him getting accepted into an entrepreneurial competition. I didn't respond.
I got a reality. There was a reality.
I didn't respond. The next day, he texts me and says, "Publishers are suing Meta over copyright infringements."
I think that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
And then, nobody gives a crap. Nobody gives a crap.
Really? But as a lawyer?
Nope, I don't care.
Okay.
And then 6 days later, you said, "How's it going?" I've left you alone. When is last final? I ignored him.
When was the next final?
I texted you later that day and I said, "Some of the most challenging weeks of my life. I have another one tomorrow." And that was all that he said. He thumbs up it. Very next day, he texted me again. This is you on no contact. You did a poor job. No contact.
Wait, did I ever say I would adhere to?
No, you didn't, I guess. Anyways, you texted me about your daughter being traded, which was actually
traded.
interested.
Yeah.
And then you said, "We need to go clothes shopping and review a movie and eat and laugh. I need to annoy you."
That's the most fun
And then
I have during the week.
I said, "Annoying me is crazy." And then he said something so sweet. He said, "I'm so proud of you." That actually meant a lot. I teared up.
Proud of you
I don't remember, but I did tear up hearing it.
Oh my gosh.
And then I texted you that my first free weekend's June 6th, which is now.
Right.
And then we texted a little bit about what was coming up. You said, "When's your last final?" I ignored you. You said, "The work you do with elder psycho Asian parents is making the world safer for the rest of us." I ignored you.
That's hilarious. Is that hilarious?
Yeah, it was.
The work you
The
do
next
is
day,
amazing.
I sent you a screenshot about work. You sent me a fake email reply to that email about work. And then the next time we talked was May 18th, and I sent you a YouTube video called "Boomers Are Hopeless."
They are.
Did you watch it?
I watched some of it.
I think that YouTuber is so funny. Anyways, and then we just have been I've been finished with finals, and then I went on vacation.
When was your last final?
Oh my gosh. I technically finished May 15th, technically.
Okay.
I was
How many
like
finals
done.
Did you have?
I had 5, I believe.
Okay.
I had 5 plus a giant paper.
Okay. What is giant paper? 25
It was only
pages?
No, it was only 14. But it counts majorly for my grade. Plus, it was a ton of work. Like it's just a ton. They hand you a 300-page packet, and they're like, search for case law that applies to the case that you're looking at right now.
And you have to review it. You can't run it through.
No, they made it into a PDF that can't be run through anything in order to search and find what we're looking for.
Really? They
So
have
you
such a
can't
thing?
even Command F on it. It was not searchable because they made it into an image
Oh, that's
instead.
awesome.
It was a lot of heavy lifting. It was very heavy lifting. So you have to go through all of it to find applicable case law to the issues that you're talking about in your paper. So it was just a big mountain.
Did you get the results of that paper?
I did. I made all B's this semester, and I made all B's last semester too.
okay.
So that is all I've been
you're
asking for.
Did anyone else drop out of school?
Not that I know of. Nobody else has dropped out. One guy did transfer. He's transferring from us to Georgetown Law in Washington, D.C., which is
Georgetown's a good school.
It's a very good school.
How did he do that?
He was number 1 in our class. It was, of course, going to happen. So I actually ran into him. We're both working in the same building for our internship. I didn't know that. And the other day we had one of those movie moments where the elevator opened and I was in the elevator. He was trying to get in, but we were full, and I was in the very front. And I looked at him, and I literally think he didn't recognize me because I was like, "Hey," I won't say his name. I was like, "Hey, your name?" And he was like,
Who are you?
he just kind of gave me one of those looks trying to place me. He was like, "I don't really."
Because you're wearing nice clothing?
I
'Cause you're
was
dressed
wearing
up?
nice clothing. I was wearing business professional. And he looked at me and he was like, "Oh, hi." And I was
Okay.
like, "I've sat behind you every single day this past year."
And you're that one who was in that case who was for murder and...
And I'm like, "No, I'm classmate, Presley, if you remember. No, anyway, but I sat behind him the whole year, and he's brilliant. He's a genius. So he worked very hard, I'm sure, to be number 1, and he has a lot to be proud of, and he's transferring out.
Georgetown's
So
a great school.
yeah, Georgetown is a great school. I don't know what he wants to go do, but more power to him.
You never talked to him?
No, I have no idea. I saw his LinkedIn post about it. I've talked to him a few times in class, but you don't really talk about while you're at school, "I want to get out of here and transfer out of here." That doesn't really ever come up. that
Like,
does not.
Oh my God, this is like the worst
But yeah,
place
believe
in
it
the
or not,
world.
believe it or not,
Oh
that
my
doesn't
God,
come up.
what's your escape route? I got this all planned
Believe it or
out.
not, that does
I know
not
when the
come up.
guards are taking their naps. I know when the
So I didn't. Maybe he
weakling-
told some of his like other close friends at school that he was thinking about it, but no, he's not gonna. No, he won't promote that. So, anyways, he transferred out. Which major respect. I'm sure he probably Callied in other classes again. I'm boring myself. I'm literally boring myself. Let's talk about something else.
No, your finals, so they were okay.
They were fine. Yeah, they were fine. They were really hard.
Yeah, you said this was the hardest.
On one of my midterms, I got a 100.
Nice.
So that helped me going into my finals because I didn't have as big of a mountain to climb. So I ended up getting a B+ in that class, which means I probably got a C or something on the final. Right. But that was the hardest final that I took. So
okay, what class was that?
Oh, if any of my friends listen to this, I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys, but it was Property 2. I got a 100 on the midterm, and I'm sorry I acted like I failed.
What does Property 2 mean?
It was the second property class that we took, so it was like Property 2.
When I think property, I think real estate.
Yeah, that's great. That's it. There you go.
Really? But
yeah.
there's other property.
How you make something your property. Like how you make something your personal
like
property,
asset.
how you make something your physical property. That's it. And then we talked about like easements and covenants, and that's when you like have permission to use somebody else's land to drive. Let's say you're landlocked and there's other people's land that surrounds yours. You can get an easement to cross somebody else's land lawfully in order to access your land and to get out of like to access a public road or something
I'm sure
like that.
has to deal a lot of times with the oil and gas because you have to get through stuff.
Yes, but that's more of natural resources, probably. Actually, I guess it probably is easement, but it would be an under the ground easement. Because you can do the same thing with water. Like I could have an easement. Yeah, that's right. You're probably right about that.
Right, because when I also think of property, I think of you're not dealing with like ownership of a corporation, right? Okay, real property.
Yeah, real property. That's what the class was over. And to all my classmates, I'm sorry I acted like I failed that exam.
Well,
I did get a 100 because when
you don't want to go
yes
oh
yes
how'd you do
I'm like I didn't do I did fine, like I did okay, not great, like that's kind of how how everybody responds.
No one listens to this anyway, right?
No, nobody listens to this anyways, but if in case they do, I'm sorry I acted like I didn't do well because I did really well on that exam. But you just never want to. Also, you never know what grades everybody else has.
Right.
So you never want to walk into a room and be like, "Yeah, nailed it," and somebody's having the worst day of their life because they just got a a 20.
Is it curved or is it straight?
It is a big curve. There's a huge bell curve, but you also get to see what the average is. And so if you're below that average, then obviously you got below average. So majority of people, I think, probably get a B- or a C+ or a B or something like that. So it's like if you do above that, then obviously you did better. And then if you do below that, then
that's a good job.
Anyways, thank you. That was my crowning glory this year. I did tell my professor I was a one-hit wonder. I was like, don't expect this ever again from me. I will never, ever, ever,
Why do you
ever
have
again.
to say that?
Because I'm not a 100 student. The 100 student is the guy that transferred to Georgetown, not me.
Right.
Like that was a fluke. I don't know. I don't know how I did so well on that exam. I shouldn't have.
You should probably studied hard and paid attention.
I did, but I'm not. For me, I have to study hard in order to get the concepts, whereas some of these other kids are just genuinely smart. Plus, they work hard.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I work as hard as them, but I'm not genuinely like. And this isn't me being like I'm not smart. I'm just not as smart as them.
Some people, I think, they're really good at grabbing details and putting it back.
Yes.
And then maybe some type of processing and giving it back.
Yes.
But I am not that way.
You should have read my essay that I wrote on that exam to get a 100. It was an unbelievable essay.
It was really good.
I used a word that I didn't know. I don't know the meaning of it to this day. When I was reviewing it with the professor, I go, "What does that word mean?" And he goes, "Girl, you wrote it." He didn't say that, but he was like, "Miss Graves, you wrote the word." Right. And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't know what it means." No, it's the word purporting, and it's like when you're trying to present something, like you're purporting to have, so
you're actually
pretending to present. No, I figured out what that word meant after I Googled it after that meeting with him because I was like, why did I use that word? I have no idea where I got that word from.
So you passed your exams,
and then passed all of them.
And then you went off to
by the grace,
Disney
and then
World.
I went off to Disney World in Florida with some of my best friends. We were there for 5 park days, but technically we were there for 6 days. Okay. 6 Orlando days, 5 park days. I'm cooked. I'm absolutely cooked.
Sun, you mean? That you're burnt and it was too hot out? No, is that what you mean when you say cooked? Hello? Hello?
What do you
Or
mean?
You're just exhausted. Like this. Not only does the
No,
sun on
no.
you.
Oh my gosh, so old.
Yes,
literally.
I'm so
Hold
old.
on. Let me look up.
We know
Yes,
that.
I'm so old. Okay. Does your young kids that you have?
Oh, I
they
have a
never
funny story.
they
too.
never use the word cooked.
No.
Okay.
No.
What about I'm cooking? Okay. I'm looking it up on Urban
I have a
Dictionary.
funny story though. Can I? While you're looking that
No,
up.
no, I have it right here. Okay, cooked. A way of describing a scenario, a person, or object in an extremely negative way. So you could say like, yo, homie, that girl is cooked. Or shiz is cooked. Cooked. A term that is used to convey an evaluative judgment of a thing or a state of affairs. Something that is cooked may be very good, very bad, or somewhere in between.
Then how would you know then?
Okay, this is not a very good...
Then
Here we go. Cooked.
Okay.
Someone who is awfully tired and needs to get some sleep, often caused by excessive drinking and partying.
Okay, I got you. I understand. So you've been drinking and partying.
I have not been drinking and I have not been partying.
I understand now. I got you
But
now.
I was
now,
at Disney World.
Okay.
So
Drinking and partying
I'm
at
not,
Disney World.
I was
Gotcha.
not drinking.
I understand.
One of my friends did the drinking around the world at Epcot. Do you know what that is?
No.
They have different nations at Epcot.
Yes.
Like they have Asia, which you're familiar with. They
Yes,
have China.
of course.
They have
Me too.
Japan.
Yeah, yep, all those.
They have like Norway.
Yes, that too.
They had Germany.
I'm often
They had the United
confused
States.
with someone from Norway.
Yes. No, just the Asian countries
Yeah.
for sure. Anyways, and they had Mexico. So you can go to all these places and you can get a different alcoholic beverage from each
So
place.
tequila, Mexico,
Yes.
sake, Japan.
You understand. So one of my friends drank around the
Scotch.
world.
Yeah.
So he went to every place, like Italy. He got wine.
And he got cooked.
And he got cooked. Yeah, no, actually he wasn't. He was totally fine. But he ate or he drank around the world, and I ate around the world.
Okay.
So I got some,
But that's why you break
So I
chairs.
got some-
right there.
That's why I break the chair. That's why I be
International
stay. That's why
eating.
I stay breaking the chairs. That's
Right.
why I stay breaking the chairs.
I have a funny. Can I tell you a funny story?
Please.
Does this happen?
Can
And
we
I
eat
would-
Can we eat these?
If you want, while I'm telling the story, you can have one.
Okay.
right.
Do you want to tell them what you brought in for me to eat? Oh, sorry. I dropped the lid face down on the ground. Ew.
Okay.
Okay, he brought in some
It's
bao.
like a mochi.
It's a mochi bao.
A mochi ball with pork inside. Good.
So good.
Right?
Where'd you get this?
One of the Asian women brought it to me.
What does that mean, bro?
My wife picked it up from one of the Asian
Well,
markets
thanks for bringing
and brought
this.
it home.
Yeah, but what Asian market? Because I want to start going
I don't
there.
want to say 99 Ranch or
Where is
H
that?
Mart. We should go up there and eat something.
I would love.
But hey, we were supposed to go shopping for your clothing.
I couldn't have you. I couldn't
That
have you
would
go.
have been hilarious.
Yeah, but I was really stressed that day because it was Sunday before my internship.
Okay,
And
you
I
were
didn't have
stressed out?
any suits.
Okay.
I didn't have anything.
What colors did you get?
You're supposed to get dark colors because since I'm working in a criminal court, it's very serious, which
Yeah,
is sad. Because
we're
you know
very
me,
serious.
I want to show up in bright pink.
Oh,
you know me.
That would be hilarious. How about a gray?
I did gray. I did navy blue, black.
Because I got to tell you, one of
Brown.
the outfits I saw, I was thinking mortician. I was just thinking,
You
this
didn't
is
see an
not.
outfit.
There was one picture you had.
Let me see.
It was with one of your friends. She was wearing, I don't want to say
I
a
did
pink-
navy blue.
Oh, it was a navy blue. But I was thinking
suck.
mortician. I was
Whatever.
just like, oh man, this is
It's
not.
supposed to be
I
depressing.
know. It's supposed to be
Oh, I
serious.
did gray.
That's better. I like that one. That one was
That's
good
the one you saw, you freak.
No, there was another one
That's
with
the
the
only
navy
one.
blue. There was a navy blue one.
No, that's the only one. I haven't
showed
sent
me
you any
another
other
one.
pictures.
There was another one. I will show you later on. But here's this one.
Okay,
If not for you,
This
I
one?
would have not. Yes.
Okay.
If not for you, this happened at a party. Basically,
Oh my gosh.
we were here in Dallas. Samantha was playing a tournament MLP. Right? They're good, right? Right?
I mean, I don't. You know me. I don't keep up with.
No. You said. You
Oh,
went,
these are good.
Yeah,
I
right.
thought you were talking about the MLP.
No.
No, these are so good.
You're welcome. We're gonna go out and. Have
Thank you.
So we were at a party with a bunch of the people
gosh.
where one of my daughter's teammates was staying, and my wife in the middle. Oh, here's the background. I had done a yoga / pickleball class with a instructor from work, a
the
yoga
club?
instructor at the club, right? And basically, she said, because she doesn't know, in the middle of the party, Bill hooked up with the yoga instructor
this?
at work, my wife. in the middle of a party. And because
Wow, I thought you were bad. That's pretty
because I knew the real definition because of you, I immediately said, no, that is excuse me. Now excuse me.
You said to her, you were like, no.
No. I said, no. My initial response, being Bill, was, you know? How long have you known? I've been trying to keep it secret for so long. But she said that with so much
she
seriousness
doesn't
because she
know.
didn't know. She didn't
Uh-huh.
understand it.
Uh-huh.
But because of you and this podcast, I understand some of the lingo.
Wow.
Not all the lingo.
actually-
Obviously, I didn't understand cooked.
But now you do.
But she meant to say, Bill connected with
Mm-hmm.
a instructor to do a class. But she said he hooked up with. And most of the people understood, especially young people, and
Yeah.
that the look of shock was, no, she doesn't understand. So thank you to you. Thank you.
You saying she doesn't understand is also crazy because you could have been like, no, like we just connected or whatever.
yeah.
Like not hooked up, sorry.
Right.
But instead you threw her under the bus. You're like, no, she's an idiot.
No,
she doesn't understand.
No, she just didn't understand. So thank you for that.
Wow. I'm
Right?
impressed. Did you explain it to her after?
Yes. And she
And
goes,
what'd she
I
say?
did not know that. How did you know that? Oh, it's because of Presley.
Wow.
Presley, right?
Ew. It's because of Presley.
No, because you explained the young, like, cooked. I didn't
I was trying
understand
to
cooked.
explain lingo.
I didn't understand cooked. I
And
didn't
also, when you're cooking, like when you're it means like, okay, let's say we were playing pickleball
Yes.
and we're playing together. I'm
Right.
obviously very bad. You're obviously very good. If you were to go, Presley, let me cook. Like it'd be like, Presley, back off and let me carry
really?
us.
I
Like
got you.
because I'm so good. Like let me cook.
I did not know that. That's
Or-
another good one.
If I said somebody's cooking, I'd be like, nah, they're like
You're really doing it.
they're really doing it. So it'd
Gotcha.
be like you could use that for like if somebody is a music producer or something and they have headphones on and they're like really doing something, they're like making some magic on this song or whatever that they're working on and be like, nah, they're cooking. Like let them
Can
cook.
you use
let 'em
that
cook.
for a paper or
You
an
could use it for a
exam?
paper. You could use it for exam, like let me cook, or I'm cooking. Yeah,
I got you. All right. I love that.
yes. And then, but also I'm cooked is like I'm toast. I'm exhausted and I'm tired. What
So you
was
want
the
to talk
other
about
term?
Austin? The last.
Okay, man. There's been a lot of controversial feedback that I have gotten from because
little
I've
bit from
heard.
me, too.
Okay, well we probably have heard from the same person in
The
the.
same one.
yeah.
One person.
It's the one person who.
I had to recover from that because, can I say this? I was sort of Austin's a stud, right? We're gonna put it out there, right? However, I was a little bit shocked about the way he viewed the world and the dating
And
situation.
Austin, we
But
love
I'm
you.
Old. I'm
And-
old.
No, Austin, we love you.
Yeah, we do.
It is shocking how he views the world, and I'm not old.
So
Like,
you were a
even-
little shocked too.
You know I was. We've talked about this. Like even, and I told him on the podcast. I was like, I literally don't know a girl that you're gonna find that has all that is all of these things. Yeah,
Right.
that's hairless and
Athletic.
and athletic and has a hot body and looks perfect without makeup. And she would certainly be a fearsome thing to behold. As Elizabeth Darcy, she said, I've never seen such a woman. She would certainly be a fearsome thing to behold. And it's because they don't exist. Like, she'd be a beast of a
Right,
woman. And
right.
it's like, no, the perfect. Anyways, but the whole thing and why you love somebody and why you fall in love is because it's like, regardless of all of these things that don't make you perfect, I like love all of them because it's that you make, it's that person is not perfect to you and they don't complete you. It's that you love this person and all of those
No,
things.
they should complete you, and you should.
what?
No, the ideal person should make you a better
Totally.
person.
I think they should make you a better person, but
Right.
Zach doesn't complete me.
But it should almost be like this together, where things
To
mesh.
become one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
But-
doesn't
but
complete
there's
me.
part-
I
but
was
there-
already a complete individual by myself.
Ooh.
I was.
I am not a complete individual, and you know that.
Yeah, yeah.
But another person will help me to become a better person.
No,
My wife has made
I'm
me a
saying
better
that-
person. I'm more understanding. I'm more.
We're disagreeing because you think that I'm saying complete makes me better. I'm not refuting that.
Okay.
He does 100% make me better. He makes me kinder. He makes me smarter. He makes me enjoy life more. All these things. He enhances my life in
you
every
look
aspect.
better when he's standing next to you.
I look better when he's sitting next to me because of some eye candy.
And he helps you out when you break chairs.
Exactly. He did help me up.
As opposed to other people.
Yeah, as opposed to other people who just take the photos. Yeah. No, he does all of those things. But he doesn't complete, like, he's not, and honestly, it comes down to, like, a Christian worldview. To me, like, I would say that the Lord completes me. It's like, I don't need Zach in my life. I want Zach in my life. And honestly, I would, if he were like, no, I need you, I would be like, I don't want to be needed. I want to be wanted.
How do you know that? No, Zach is not a vessel or a medium for the Lord to do his work.
He is. Zach holds up a mirror to me all the time and points out what I need to be doing better at.
Then he does make you better. You're saying that the Lord, on the one hand.
I'm saying completing and making me better is not the same.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Completing me is like that I was missing some sort of like piece of my heart or piece of my soul or whatever. And I'm just saying that Zach doesn't make me whole because Zach's going to die one day. Like, that's just true. So does that mean that I'm not whole anymore? It's like, it does mean that I've lost this spouse and this great love of my life and that I'm going to be mourning that forever.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's like, if it came down to Jesus, which he wouldn't, but if it came down to Jesus being like, it's him or me, I'd be like, it's not Zach that completes me. It's
this is how I see the world.
Go ahead.
I see that my wife and my kids, they might say if I go out with a certain type of shirt and they say, oh, by the way, you should not be wearing that. I was like, oh, I had not even realized that. Let me think about that so next time I go out so I'm more informed.
Yeah, that's good.
Or my daughter would, the way I act or react to her is not as beneficial and she gives me
feedback.
Sort of cues and feedback.
Sure.
So I'm a better person, more understanding. I understand her better, and if I want a certain type of relationship with her, I need to have a certain behavior that's more conducive to a positive relationship. So I am a better person, even if she's not there. I'm still remain that that way of being a better individual. Yeah. So
we're agreeing on everything.
They are making me better, more complete. Or I'd
say
a little
better.
bit, or I'd be nearsighted where I'm only saying one thing. It's like, hey, I need to see something. You know, I get a little, I guess, myopic, and I was like, oh, let me look at the whole picture, and I'm a better individual. So say if they're not even there, or even say I'm a better person because of the way my mom was a little bit more kinder than I am naturally, and even though she's not here, I still am a better person. You still carry it with you.
Yeah,
exactly.
No, I understand.
So I'm agreeing but disagreeing?
No, we're on the same page. The word complete means two different things for us.
Okay.
So the way that you just said, like, no, I become a complete better person or I become more complete / better, to me, I'm like 100% I become a better human, more well-rounded.
Right.
I definitely become more well-rounded. But that's with every relationship that I have. Like with my every relationship that I actually give, like, where I let their words carry weight in my life. Definitely, it's like that in every relationship. What I mean to say is that at the end of the day, me and Zach, like one of us we go back to dust. We all go back to dust. The one eternal thing that I can build my life on is not Zach. The one eternal thing I can build my life on is my faith. So when I say complete me, I think each of us are like born with this God-shaped hole in our hearts, and it's like us longing for something more, and we try to fill it with different things, whether that be relationships, boys, girls, whether that be money, whether that be success, and whether that be career-wise. We all try to fill it, and then it just leaves us wanting more. And so we just crave more and more and more. And so I'm saying that God-sized hole in my heart can only be filled by one thing, and it's not Zach. Like Zach will never fill that thing. And it's like this longing that it's this already but not yet longing of wanting heaven, and knowing that I can experience heaven through like the Holy Spirit on my day-to-day basis, or by being kind to somebody, or by seeing somebody or serving somebody the way that Jesus would serve. So it's that already, but it's not yet, as in I'm not experiencing the heaven. So it's still that longing for heaven. And so I just think that my soul won't be complete and won't be like fully satisfied until like that day when I'm like face to face with the creator of my soul. I just don't think Zach who didn't create my soul can ever fill that place
Right.
in my soul. And I think it's a
Do you
creator-sized
believe
hole.
that other experiences and other people are the, I use the word vessel, and maybe that's a poor
No,
word,
vessel's a good word.
to help you?
Along the way, to strengthen your faith.
Right.
I
And
mean, the
maybe
Bible
it's,
talks
in
about
some way
it.
it might be, I'm going to use this person to help
To
Presley
bring
get
kingdom, 100%, to get to where I want her to be,
Exactly.
to get 100%. I totally agree.
So
And the Lord
that's
talks,
where
the
I'm
Bible
going.
talks about it. It's like
So
the
that's
iron.
where I'm saying that you're saying that Zach, quote unquote, will never complete you. However,
But he sharpens me.
but he might be, that's a nice word too, but he might be sort of the way that the Lord is trying to nudge you in
100%.
the right way.
That's a great way to think of it. And the vessel's a great word because the Bible talks about iron sharpening iron. So it's like that's what it's supposed to be. Also talks about, you do become one flesh when you're married. So it's not the one flesh is meaning that there's this covenant that brings you two together. So it's only there, not to say like you guys finally complete each other, but it's supposed to say that you can't be separated.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't view it as like, okay, now that because then that would mean that all of, like, let's say somebody, okay, Paul, for example, in the Bible.
Okay.
He never
He's
got
with
married.
John and
Jesus never got
George.
married.
Josh, George, Ringo.
John, George, Ringo. Yeah. Paul never got married. Jesus never got married. Are they incomplete people?
Right.
Marriage is not the thing that completes you at the end of the day. So to me, I can't ever walk around being like, no, I wasn't a complete individual until Zach was here. Because then Jesus never got married, but he was complete. Paul never got married, but he was complete. And so it's about this ultimate marriage, this ultimate relationship with Jesus. And Zach would sit here and say the same thing, that I don't complete him. Okay. And I don't think that I can rely on Zach to complete me either, because if it's a God-sized hole and I try to place Zach there, who's not perfect like Jesus,
None of us
he's gonna fail me even bit. Like that would destroy my world.
Right.
Instead, when I fill that God-sized heart with the Lord, and Zach is just this vessel that God uses, if Zach messes up or if I mess up, that from that God-sized hole that's been filled by Jesus, like I have an overflow of abundance in love and forgiveness that prods me and pushes me towards Zach in love, rather than if he were in that place where I've put Jesus, it's like that completely destroys my world, almost makes it unforgivable. But instead, because he doesn't complete me,
right, I understand. And
I'm not relying on him for my identity.
I think I define maybe complete a little bit differently. You,
is that what you think?
But I think it's the essence.
The essence is still there.
Now,
I agree.
We're going to go back to Austin now. So you're saying, which is
total side tangent.
Which is.
Go ahead.
I don't know if any of these women can complete
or
him.
Imaginary women
Him because so you were equally as I don't know the best word for because here's what I really applaud him for. He really let us into the brain of I'd say a 20-something typical like guy, just like, and I applaud the honesty was there. He was very honest. He was very truthful. And he even said, like, to his own fault, he was like, and I know that this is hypocritical, what I'm about to say. Like, I get it. I don't like people on social media, but I am on social media
and on the dating apps. And we were like, what? And he was like, no, I get that it's hypocritical. Right. But he was just, like, very honest and laid it all 100%. Down. So I applaud him for that. And I really appreciate it because it drew controversy, which is, like, what we're supposed to be doing is is wanting people to have conversations and stuff. Anyways, no, but I was shocked. But I was shocked by some of the things. I was like,
you're only a few years.
It just makes
separated.
It just makes
30 or 80 years different.
What I'm saying is like that the type of thinking like doesn't make it. I know, Bill, you're hairless. I am not hairless. That type of thinking like is not. What'd you say a second ago? Conducive? Is that what you said?
Did I say that?
Or conductive? You said something like that, but maybe
Purport?
Conductive. Maybe I'm purporting conductive towards like
Paul,
it's not what makes
John
good marriages.
Ringo.
It's like if you're expecting me to come in perfect and you have this idea of me of what I'm supposed to be, it doesn't leave me any space for when I mess up. And that's, as you know, and as I know now we just hit our 3-year wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Anyways.
Was that Disney World was part of the, that's so
which is
nice.
Hilarious. But anyways, no, it's like that's all that marriage is like making mistakes and forgiving that person. Like that's all.
You try to do it.
Yeah. Anyways, but when you expect them to come in perfect, it doesn't leave them any space
have
to
a
be.
question.
It doesn't leave any space for them to
I
be
have a question.
human.
At what level?
I just ate with that line, and you were trying to cut me
Okay,
off.
I'm sorry. All right, say it again. I'm sorry.
If you expect me to be perfect, it doesn't leave any room for me to become human, to ever be human.
Yes.
And to be human is to make mistakes. Thank you. I just ate with that.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I was cooking, and you were like,
you were cooking. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. That was my bad.
Yeah.
Because I was going somewhere. And at what level do you accept someone when they make a mistake? Or you always
Depends. Is it a marriage or is it a friendship?
In a marriage. Say if somebody when
I have a hard and fast opinion about this. But
okay,
go.
go.
Ahead. Well, no, go. You give the example that you were going to say.
Say if, for example, he has an affair.
Mm-hmm. I'd stay. Can
Okay.
I talk about it?
No, that's it.
No, you may not. Thank you. Okay. For me, I think the call on both parties in a marriage is a Hosea type of love. Hosea, we've talked about this. It's like we have talked about this.
Probably I don't listen.
No, we've talked about this. A Hosea type of love is the guy that married the prostitute in the Bible.
Oh, that guy, yeah, my guy.
my man. Hosea, my man.
Jose.
Poor guy.
I didn't get your name. I just put in inserted Bill.
Yes, I knew that you were going to think to yourself. I knew the second I said prostitute, you'd be like, ding, 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 like that it would occur to you. Of course, he's dancing. Anyways, I think both parties are called to that type of love. So if Zach stepped out on me, he would not be exercising.
Ooh, stepped out, new word. Right?
Stepped out. No, that's not new. That's old school.
A new definition for old person.
Oh,
step
yeah.
out.
No, that's...
Right?
What? No, step out is an old term.
No, keep going.
You don't think that's an old term? That's like something that your generation would use, no?
I would say have an affair.
Okay, maybe the generation...
Slinking around.
Sleeping around?
Slinking, sleeping.
Slinking.
Slinking, sleeping, whatever you said before.
Okay, well, I'll say step out. Because
step out.
Keep it PG. Anyways.
Hooked up.
Hooking up with somebody else,
right.
A little side piece. If you were
there
getting,
you go.
if you were getting something on the side.
That's it.
If you were getting, if you were getting something on the side,
right.
A little something on the side, obviously that's not him holding up his Hosea side of the deal, which
right.
The Hosea side of the deal is for us to both pursue each other not regardless of, but it's like with intent to forgive the mistake. That's the whole idea. Obviously he steps out. He's not holding up his side of the bargain. I'm still bound by a vow and covenant to my side of it, regardless of if he upholds his.
Okay.
But if both of you pursue it and you do your best to try to pursue that Hosea type of love and to love each other like with that intention, then it's supposed to work out. Like
but
that's how it's supposed to work. Of course I'd be mad. I would be hurt. I'd probably have to separate from him for a little while. But I think in the Bible, listen.
I'm quiet.
No, I'm not thinking about you. I'm thinking about other listeners. In the Bible, when it says like one flesh, let no man separate, I think that's serious. So I think in your wedding vows, I heard this on a podcast one time. I have no idea who to give credit to this to, but I heard it. It's like, okay, then in your wedding vows, when I'm pronouncing you husband and wife, I'll say till death do us part or until Zach cheats on you 3 times. Like what's your limit? You know, like what's your limit of cheating?
Right.
And it's like, it should be nothing. It should be let no man separate what God has put together. In the Bible, it does talk about there are some, because the Lord loves his children, there are some circumstances like abuse, and there are circumstances that are serious enough to probably call for a divorce. So it is, again, it's up to everybody's discretion. I think a lot of times you can figure out in dating, like if somebody steps out on you in dating, you have no covenant or promise to the Lord or to that person to keep pursuing that person. I would say ditch them so fast. I would say ditch that. You know what I mean? I would ditch them so fast. I would break up with that person if they cheated. I think in marriage, you're called to a higher standard. But again, I think it comes down to both parties are called to a Hosea type of love, and like this reckless abandonment for what it may feel like or look like on your half because it's just pursuing the other person. Again, I think the Bible provides and the Lord provides for particular circumstances that are very serious where separation definitely does need to occur. But if it's him cheating, Of course,
also
I'm going to
there's-
be devastated.
There's
Of course.
also different levels of cheating. There's also, say he has
Emotional?
an affair, and
You're
there's
saying
emotional.
emotional. There's
He's
physical.
becoming more physical.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Where's the line? So say if he's,
I think any affair
and I don't
goes
want to use
there.
the word talking to because that's another.
I know. So what are you saying?
Austin, so
Yeah,
say
like
he's,
I'm just talking to a girl.
yeah,
Like
no,
that's what
he's not,
Austin
but
says.
he's not. Yeah, but well, he's talking to her. But say if, well, your husband is
Yeah.
just having emotional feelings toward another woman without an intimate feeling, that's also a problem.
Yeah. No, that's a totally problem. 100%.
Right?
That's him choosing out of intimacy with me and into intimacy with somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that wouldn't, to me, that wouldn't cause divorce.
Okay.
To me.
Okay. How about a slap?
It would probably be a slap around. And it would definitely, we'd be in counseling. I would probably move in with my parents. Like he'd be alone for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think it also comes down to like, let's say somebody does step out of the marriage or whatever. If that person wants the divorce, you can't, it's like you can uphold your side of the deal and try to pursue them as much as you want to. But if they want the divorce and they're not going to have the Hosea type, it's like you can only do so much. It's like you can't stay in the marriage.
100%.
You know? So I'm not saying that's like a hard and fast black and white rule because I think there are definitely some nuance. There's definitely some nuance to it. However, and this is just something that I felt called to, that me and Zach have felt called to personally, is like both to pursue each other with that type of love.
Mm-hmm.
And in the original design, like how God has originally designed it, again, to my understanding, how God has originally designed it.
Design it a relationship or a marriage? Okay.
How he has originally designed marriage to work is both parties pursuing each other that way.
Yep.
And if you do, because it's the original design, so it's perfect. So if you're doing it perfectly, then of course nobody's going to be cheating on each other. Right. So it's like it creates a safety net there. Yeah. The risk with pursuing somebody with the Hosea type of love now comes in because sin has entered the world. And so obviously it leaves more room for hurt and it leaves more room to hurt. Yeah. So it is dangerous and you do have to, it's a big risk. I mean, it's a huge risk to trust somebody. The two things I asked myself before getting married, the first one was if something happened to Zach and he became like a paraplegic, yes, would I give up all of my hopes, my dreams, what I thought my life would look like just to take care of him? Like, yes, do I love him that much? The answer was yes. Mm-hmm. But that was a hard fought yes because I have a lot of dreams and I have a lot that I want to do. And anyways,
we talk about it every.
Yeah, I talk about it every single podcast. Blah 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 blah.
All the time.
And so the answer was yes there. And again, it was hard. It was a hard fought yes because I
have to listen.
Yeah, and I have to have to listen, bro. You cut me off most of the time. And then the other one was if he cheated, like what would that look like, sort of thing.
And
I would stay. My answer was I'm called to a Hosea type of love.
But he's got to also show you that he's invested. Mm-hmm. It was a mistake. And how about repent?
No, yeah, repenting. Yes, turning from sin. Yeah, that's good.
And then show.
Like he has to be convicted, he has to repent, all sorts of things.
Exactly. And those are two different things, repenting and conviction.
Yes.
Right?
You're good. You're getting good.
I couldn't remember
I'm not
Hosea.
Good. I'm evil. Yeah, remember Hosea.
And I was thinking the Beatles when you said Paul, so I'm not good.
Crazy. The Beatles when I said Paul. Wait, can we really briefly talk about how it's been kind of hard to set up this podcast studio because they were going through like design changes or whatever. So when we had Austin here, that's why the mic sounded weird. Yes. Can we talk about that? No, sure. I've been talking. Yeah. Go ahead.
No.
We got here. They were like...
They made some adjustments in the studio, and we had a new mixer, and, Presley hasn't been playing with the sounds lately.
Yeah, because I don't know. But they were like, listen, the reason that it's going to be difficult for you guys to record is because we're redoing this whole thing. It's going to be totally different. It's going to be a new setup, blah, blah, blah. They changed the mixer. They upgraded it, and then they got new chairs, and that's the difference that they made. That's literally the difference that they made. I was like, what the freak? Why are they making it so difficult? Like they had put our mics in another studio, and were telling us that we couldn't bring the mics back in here because they're going through changes. And then we got here today, post changes, and the changes were getting new chairs.
Yeah.
Son of a
They are
gun.
more comfortable.
They gave us such a hard time last,
I
and
know.
that's why the podcast sounded so weird. It's because we didn't have.
We were a little bit off. It's okay. The content was good.
Yeah, the content was. I mean, the content was so juicy, absolutely so juicy. And I don't think we can walk around saying that Austin's a stud anymore because we have gotten the controversial feedback. Do you want to talk about it?
Yes.
Go ahead. Yes.
I was the feedback that I've gotten, and we're gonna actually. A couple people who are going to come on the podcast were people who made comments about
Who gave the feedback. So they're going to have hard and fast opinions to talk about on here.
Right.
Like he already told me, our next guest already told me that he's like ready to talk about that.
Right.
Okay.
And he's been itching and
Ew.
no, he's been really wanting
He's
to get on the
there you go. Better way to say it.
Right. He's been really wanting to come
He's
on
been
the
itching.
podcast. But yeah, the controversy is just that I just can't believe that was, and I do love the honesty. I do love being in,
because that's what we asked for.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought it was awesome. And I'll be honest with you, I couldn't have recorded after about a week or two because I was still in shock.
Yeah.
It was just too much for me.
Really?
It was too much. It was I just couldn't believe that not only just my old world, even though
Old world view.
yeah, it's just like I've said.
What does that mean?
It just if
Does
something
it
happens to
depress
Mary,
you
there's
or
no-
something?
No, yeah, it was just that. I don't want to say the superficiality, but
I will.
But as I've gotten older, I realize there's just so many things that I just could not. I would just be a terrible.
You're saying in the
partner.
dating world?
Yeah, I would be horrible in the dating world. Not only for many reasons, and my psycho.
Yeah,
my-
your psycho self. Just say my
which
psycho
just
self.
he's too terrible. But I just, and
And you do drive a Prius, so it would be hard to get babes in a Prius. Whereas he's
Exactly.
driving what, a Corvette?
right. But if that's important to another person, that's a bad thing. That's not the type of person.
Yeah, but I think-
want to.
Yeah, but
attract.
the girls that he's attracting, that's important to them. So
Exactly.
but that's what I'm saying is he's whatever he's putting out is what he's getting back.
Right. The bait you use is the type of fish you'll catch.
And it's wow, you did eat with that. Anyways, so I do want. We should have asked him like, when do you think you'll settle down? You know?
I didn't even think I was too much.
No,
in shock.
I was in shock too. We should have asked him like, when do you think you're gonna settle down? Like, what do you want a marriage? Like, what do you want marriage to look like? Because it's not this picture perfect every day. It's
Oh
like
my God, it's not.
no, and you'll have moments. You have these mountaintop moments where you have your first child. I'm sure you remember that mountaintop moment. It's the best day of your life
And the worst day of your life.
and the worst day of your life.
I hate to say, now that I've looked back on having children, there's so many peaks and valleys,
Yeah.
and it's so stressful. And not only you made a comment about if something happened to Zach where he becomes a paraplegic, what you need to put on hold.
Yeah.
There's so many ways you have to put your
Life
dreams,
on yeah.
and there's so many things, but it pushes and pulls you, and I think adversity builds character.
And you would do it all again.
Yeah, sure.
No, for real. You would do it all again.
Probably, right. Thank God I don't have a time machine. I'll be honest with you. It is. You have not had children.
And can I be honest with you? You're the reason that I have one of the reasons that I haven't.
What
You're
does that
scaring
mean?
me.
What does
You're
that
scaring me.
mean? Oh my God.
No, because
I'm gonna look like
every
that?
time we talk about it, you're like, probably I would.
It is just
probably.
so hard. And think about it strains you emotionally, personally, psychologically, financially, ethically, everything.
Ethically is
and
hilarious.
Everything that all the little fissures in a relationship are exasperated or
Amplified?
exposed, amplified because of you don't sleep, you don't eat, you can't go to the bathroom, you can't do anything. Psychologically, you think about hurting yourself. Seriously, if you go through a day without wanting to hurt yourself from exhaustion, I don't know, and it is just, and the people I've talked to, they also want to hurt themselves.
What do you mean hurt?
You're just so
It's
exhausted.
crazy.
You have no sleep. You're not eating. You can't use the bathroom by yourself. Everything is just. It is.
It gets better when you're a teenager. It has to get better when they're teenagers.
Oh, there's no. I hate.
It gets
to say,
worse in a different way.
I hate to say.
But you can use the bathroom.
My experiences. Just as you come through one phase another phase hits you.
Yeah.
It's just like, just as you get hit in the face, you get hit in the stomach
Yeah.
or hit in the balls.
Yeah, okay.
I'm serious.
You didn't have to say that
I
one.
had
Stomach.
to.
No, everybody
I
understands.
I had to because
to.
they're starting to sleep tonight, teething comes, or they're starting to, and just we're getting through the diaper situation, then tantrums and just everything, and it's nonstop.
Yeah.
It's just a constant drip and pain.
But then when they both, you have a married daughter now. Now do you?
Correct, I do.
Yeah, correct. Now is that easier having a married daughter? And she's off. She has her own life. She's married.
It is easier in some ways and harder in other ways.
Wow.
And
that's the same with every phase, though. That's what you just said. It gets easier because you're out of the diaper phase, but it gets harder because now you're into tantrums.
Right. And I've talked to other parents just as you're getting through something that, like I've mentioned this to you. I have some challenges with a relationship challenge with my son. And in some ways, I've talked to you about this.
I know, but I don't know if you've talked about it on this.
It's okay.
Okay.
There's other things that you go through in these phases. And again, you're always trying to examine yourself of how you've done things and what you want to do to improve. And in some ways, by having some of these challenges with my son, it's encouraging me to try to have a better relationship in how I am as a person with my daughter.
Yeah.
So in some ways, there's a push and pull.
Yeah.
And again, we're getting back to how we learn as adults and human beings. I'm totally different from a 20-year-old to a 30-year-old to a 50-year-old. And we're trying to learn. And I feel so sorry for some people who've had these horrible, horrible experiences with some of their children. And you've probably heard about it.
I've heard some people have bad experiences, but honestly, majority in my circle have had phenomenal experience. Really? Yeah.
No, but it's always good and bad.
It's
good and bad.
Which is, okay, that's the other thing. Like, obviously on Zach's side, we have Charles's side. He has a ton of siblings and they all have kids. Right. Like, whenever I have that baby itch, I just go hang out with them. And it's pure chaos. They love it, but it's pure chaos.
Exactly.
And you don't love it until it's like your chaos. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, ooh, like me as an aunt, they are not my kids.
Right.
I'm like, whoa, this is chaotic. Wow. But when you're the parent, it's like some sort of magic spell comes over you where you're like, oh my gosh, that's my child. Like, I adore that child. And you still see the chaos, but above all else, you see your child like in the chaos. Whereas I'm just like, these kids are psycho and I don't want this.
Exactly.
So I don't know. Like, I don't know.
One thing that has helped me is, in probably even today, in my 20s, I was incredibly selfish, very focused on yourself. As you become a parent, you can't focus on yourself.
It's laying down your life. 100%. It's laying down your life.
And you are secondary to this person who is virtually
trying to kill themselves all the time by either electrocution, sticking themselves in the dryer.
They have no ability to do anything.
No, nothing.
So you have to help and take
wipe
care
their
of
butts,
them. And you
let them use a spoon,
more
feed
loving
them.
and caring. And one thing that I've noticed is, I was very, hey, we're at the, by the book and let's do this.
Because you were a stay-at-home dad. Right?
No, well, prior to that, I was a consultant and I worked on Wall Street.
Yeah,
so
talk
what I'm
about
saying,
it.
very, very work focused. And you're just like, okay, I have to get away from this work focus and actually have emotions and empathy, which I didn't have.
Because your job didn't call for it.
Right.
So yeah.
So it activated different parts of me, and like I said, I'm a better person for it.
Yeah.
But it was a painful process of having to learn these different skills. Probably as a human being, I'm better. However, as an investment banker, I'm probably worse.
Yeah. Well, they call it like the refining phase. So refining is always used by fire, and so when you think about it, fire's never doesn't feel good. It's like it's burning something off of you and refining you. So it's always painful. Like the refining process is always painful, but at the end you have a more purified version of what you started with.
I like to think I'm a better person, but
But
I don't know. It was incredibly painful. It's incredibly painful.
Yeah, that's the refining. That's the refining.
You can't go back, but it's like, wow, was this worth all this pain? And it is incredible. And I joke with my daughter, and she doesn't like this. I said, yeah.
And she hates when I do.
48 hours after bringing him home, I would go back to the hospital and say, Where's the return window?
Yeah, is there a return policy?
Yeah, I'm gonna take this one back because I'm not sleeping. I'm not eating. It's not sleeping. It's pooping a lot.
It's not sleeping.
It's not working a lot.
It's not. It's not paying its own way in this household. It's not contributing.
It's really not work. This is not working. Where's that window? I'm sorry, there's no window. What?
Did you actually go back to the hospital?
I was really thinking about it. The lack of sleep. Humans need sleep.
This does not
They
make
really
me...
need sleep. And
apparently they don't, because parents have been having kids for... That's how we've gotten here. So apparently parents, humans don't need that much sleep.
Well...
Because how else would the rest of us have gotten here?
I don't know, but
this far.
It is just incredibly painful.
You're like, maybe humans don't, but the husbands deserve to sleep. Wives, carry on. You carried the baby for 9 months.
So do you want to have kids?
It's a good question. Before I got married, I would have said, yes, we're going to have kids one day. We've been talking recently. Neither of us have that desire in our hearts right now.
Okay.
And we think that the desire will be planted in there when the timing is, when the Lord wants that to be on our hearts. But right now, we do not have that on our hearts. You know what I randomly do have on my heart, though? I want to foster. I want to be a foster home.
Really? Interesting.
Yes, but I have not felt the you should have a baby. That has not been on my head or my heart. It's a good question. I have a feeling that eventually I will want that. Right now, I literally think that God has me just focused on what I'm doing right now. And so that desire has not entered my world yet. But I think when it's his timing, the desire will enter the world.
Yeah, I think parenting, if I was to sum it up, is really about becoming less selfish and sacrifice. In some ways, it's so much about Lord's work. I hate to say
the Lord's work. Why
really
would you hate to say that? That's exactly it.
It's just so much sacrificing.
Yeah.
And people don't, and just...
It's laying down your life for another.
Yep, it is. So.
I hate to say that. Okay, so you have to go. What a fun way to end. How did we get here? We were talking about Austin.
Yeah, we were talking about Austin. But next time we're going to have a couple people who...
well, we're going to have one first.
Well, yes, one initially.
Initially. and then two.
Afterwards.
And then afterwards, yeah.
People want somebody in their 30s who's going to respond to his life as a single person. Then we're going to have someone in their 40s who...
I don't think she's in her 40s.
I thought so.
No, I
30s?
I think she's 30-something.
Oh, okay. My bad.
We'll have to ask her. But it would be great if she were in her 40s. That way we could have a 20s, 30s, 40s.
Yes.
But no, I think she's in her 30s.
So, you want to close up?
Man, thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry it's taken us so long to get back on the pod, back on the air. We know you guys were just starving.
Was this fun?
While we were away.
You went through a lot. I hate to say it's
was
like
fun.
law school.
No, I've changed. I literally have changed in the past month.
Right?
Yeah.
For the better or for worse?
I will let you know when it. I don't know. I think I'm more serious now, which is weird.
What do you mean you're more serious? What does that mean?
My brain is more serious when I think of things and different consequences for actions. And I even was thinking about it today. I was like, this podcast could affect my career one day. And then I was like, I never want to lose who I am and how fun I am and how much fun I want to have with my life. And so I was like, no, Presley, stop. Because if I ever want to do something serious, this is going to bite me in the butt. Yeah.
This is
yeah, this is going to destroy. Yeah, you're going to be destroyed.
Actually, not only I was accepted, I think I mentioned this to you, I was accepted to a reality TV show on Amazon. And part of the
Did you accept it?
I did not. I turned it down. However, whenever I'm starting to pitch my idea for my AI project, I'm not afraid to put it out there that I have a podcast. It's even on my resume. Wow. So I really don't care. And I should. Yeah, no, 100% you should. And you should. No, this is not on my resume because, and it won't be. You know what else? I went to the Social Security office and I changed my last name to Gregory. Oh, you did. Congratulations. Thank you. So federally now I'm Gregory, which is went into effect weird. Already? I just got my card last night, very good. Which is so weird. I saw a government document with Gregory on there. Congratulations. It was crazy. I literally was looking at it and I was like, whoa, that's so cool. Weird. Because I've just been socially has been Gregory. And this is your way of thanking. Have we talked about this? Yeah, we talked about it one time. Because I want his name to be on my degree. Yes. Yeah.
Anyways.
Congratulations. You want to close out?
Thank you. Weird. Yeah. This has been the Presley Gregory Show. Thank you guys for listening. Earn trust in yourself and others through selfless humanity, sincere humility, and a sourdough loaf of courage. And of course, a little bit of humor. Until next time, I'm Presley Gregory.
I'm Bill Long. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, you know what? We can't all be perfect, or at least Bill can't be. So whenever we mess up or we screw up a line one too many times, we have several outtakes that we have collected for your enjoyment. So without further ado,
This has been a long day already.
It's 10:30. Bill told me I look tired. Keep this in. Keep this all in. Can I go? Okay. Welcome to the Zoomer versus Boomer podcast.
2 generations, one something.
You're serious? Come on. Okay.
Let's see.
Welcome to. Hold on. I'll go first again.
Okay.
Oh,
Zach is... Bless you. Bless you.
Oh, that was a big one.
Wow.
Can we cut that out? Okay, you don't have to lean back like that. I didn't swing at you. I mean, you're like actually leaning back all the way. That was a little
how do you
dramatic.